What's good, everybody? Skimmy here, back with another video, and today I'm bringing you a ANZ Scrim on Cursed Hollow. It's a best of 3 series between Micro Gods and Onyx eSports, and it was kindly sent in to me by Godzilla, with both teams consenting for this to be uploaded and to be casted. And it's a nice way to get a bit more attention on the scene, get to see what these players are up to, and how things are shaping out after the ANZ Spring Championship. And an interesting point to note is that Tucker is actually not in this game. Micro Gods using New as a fill-in stand-in. Whether or not it's going to be permanent, we'll have to see. And the only player I'm not familiar with on the side of Onyx eSports would be Can't You. So we'll have to see how these two teams do fare out. But here we go. They're going to battle out in towards the middle lane. And there we go. Physics already playing nice and aggressive there on that Abathur. Such a good pick. Definitely the best map for Abathur, if anything. And look at this. So very cheeky by Onyx eSports. There's a 4-man squad sitting in this bush. And it seems to be the Micro Gods have their number, though, because they are pondering around here in that sort of shoe brush, or horseshoe, if you will. And Godzilla there goes and finally does reveal them with the Cone of Cold, followed by the Frostbolt. But they're just going to go to lane now. They're going to clear things out. And, well, I don't think the plan really was to actually do anything. I say Butcher was already in the top lane making work, trying to get that lane pushed up in favour of him. He's going to have a nice time, actually, against that Sonya. Can interrupt the whirlwind with his charge, and especially the 1v1 capabilities with an Abathur hat too. He's going to be a bit of a powerhouse come these late game team fights as well. You've obviously got Clinch, you've got Divine Shield, and that's really what stops Butcher from doing too much. If he gets kited or if he gets sort of denied, he's not going to have a good time whatsoever. But pretty standard stuff to start with here. And well, Warpaint was actually picked up by Sonya, looking for that bit more sustain. Hasn't opted for the block or the activatable Fury, and maybe looking to try and get a bit of healing in this 1v1 situation, given Vikrak's abilities. And there we go, 2 members from Micro God sitting in the bush, but Delphia just leads the chase, goes to the other hand side. He's going straight on towards him. He's actually had to back out now because Borkro's rather low. Vikrak is running away. He's zoned out. He's going to go for the tap. Borkro now using the spin to win tactic of Whirlwind to make things happen, and Moxie is going to pop regrowths out as they both use the tap early on in this laning phase. And yeah, well, he's still hanging around. Mines are popped, but it's not going to be too important at this stage. There we go, New looking for a bit of aggression. Oh, Eli actually getting caught out here. He's being very aggressive. Oh, there goes the hat. And New picking up a nice little kill there. Caught out in the wrong space at the wrong time is what happened there. And what I'm really curious to see is what Abathur picks up at level 4. Is he going to go for the Adrenal Overload? Are they going to focus their comp around the Butcher? He does! I love this. It's going to be very old school Scrim. We used to see Illidan being a staple in the meta. And, well, there we go, Jatty. Don't think he's going to do too much work to that Li Ming, but Li Ming, bear in mind, does actually have a really squishy health pool, and I think he's just being more of a deterrence, if anything. Probably one of the safest laners to go up against this Lily, and he can use that Holy Radiance to keep that wave nice and topped up, as we all do know how well she can clear those lanes. There we go, Delphia in a bit of a scuffle. Does actually go for the stun on Godzilla. Nice, fancy footwork from him. The root now completely zoning him out. The first tribute is in position. It's only Jaddy at this stage on his own. He's got 3 members coming towards him, but there we go, New. The battle of the tanks, if you will. Elo already beginning this cast. The Holy Radiance comes out, that denies it once. New needs to come in now. Oh, the positioning does scare them out. He calls the bluff. There goes the charge straight onto Sonya. Goodbye curtains for you, my friend. That's a double kill as they take out Muradin as well. And it's a scary prospect this early into the game, because both your heavy frontline bruisers have been taken out. You've got Abathur circling up in the top lane having a great time, and you know, you want to be winning these early curses because you have the numbers advantage. You should be really grouped as a squad and basically punching on with the CC chain at your disposal. But nonetheless, they give up an early one. It's not the end of the world. We all know how Quick Match and Hero League can be the bane of our existence when we're desperately pinging for these objectives. And sometimes it's not even worth contesting. So there we see Physics nice and pushed off. He does have Butcher now coming back to the lane, and they carry on with their 1v1. He's done a nice job in his top lane. Both towers are out of ammo. Delphia rocking up to the lane. He's going to clear up both those mines and just sort of poke his head around, see what's going on. Looks like a bit of attention going in the mid lane as we see Moxie get caught in a familiar spot to where Greyman was beforehand. And this dynamic duo between New and Godzilla seem to be having a great time. There goes the grapple. The Ancient Hook doesn't connect. Godzilla would have taken a bit of a beating there. Elo might have been able to follow that one up. And there we go, there's an interesting sight to see. Jatty with Adrenal Overload on his head, beating away at that minion wave. And they've already established themselves a bit of an XP advantage. One level up to say the least. Second tribute is about to spawn. Muradin is stuck in the top lane. He does have Butcher accompanying him. He's got 3 members now from Micro Gods sitting around in this area. Godzilla begins the channel. They're still not going to come down from this top lane. Vikrak's going to have a great time here. Sure, he can get hampered by the thunderclap. And Abathur actually getting killed. I missed that. I'm not too sure what that happened. I seen a mule go there, but we did miss out as we got baited from the top-hand side. And there goes a kill, potentially. New doesn't want to go for the power slide. He doesn't believe. Fair enough at that as well. It's only an Ufer, and he's not a Retribution Pally. So he's not going to spin to win, but dearie me, we're missing kills left, right, and center. Here we go. Elo with a nice little kill on Butcher. Muradin did die in its efforts, so we can only assume they did a 1-for-1 trade with a late rotate from him. There goes the hat onto Godzilla. Godzilla with the damage. The double Blizzard into the Frostbolt does a sizable amount, but it's not enough to seal the deal and make that trade completely equal. But they're not going to be too concerned. They are winning this race to level 10. And it's such an interesting variation on this Abathur. We don't usually see Mule as well as Adrenal Overload. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it, and I really feel that the reason why is because, you know, this bottom lane is a bit of a soak lane. It's a bit of a sort of sacrifice lane, if you will. Li Ming, you really want to be able to pressure her to stop her just being able to siege like such. And there's not really much an Ufa can do but prance around and slash dance. Here we go, the third tribute of the game about to spawn now. It's actually favourable for the guys from Onyx eSports that they do pick up that night camp. That's going to do work in the mid lane uncontested for the meantime. There we go. They might get caught out here. You don't want to lose him straight away. There goes the charge, and the grapple. Lamb to the slaughter, my friend. You have been slaughtered. That's what we were saying before. You don't want to die when your team's not there. Level 10, I don't believe it was actually available at the time. Free 2 picks. And, well, Micro Gods are going to love this one. Level 11 now. As Delphia and Can't You Rock late to the party. Disintegrate has been burned at little use. It's only delaying the inevitable. Godzilla is going to finish the channel. They are going to get the very first curse of this game. And they can siege at that. So much potential because the Arcane Intellect is being picked up there by the Jaina. That just gives you infinite mana resources to spam those spells like they're going out of fashion. Malfurion did die on the top hand side. My spectating ability at this stage is so incredibly poor right now. I tell you what, this is hard work. Multitasking is just not what Ming can do, but we nonetheless digress. Blizzard going off. Oh, the Mosh Pit and the Ring of Frost connects with both people. Godzilla doing so much work. The first kill, the second kill, New locking them up with the Abathur hat as well. And that's a beautifully executed 2v2 skirmish with the curse. I mean, obviously, if the fort was available the entire time too, it would have been a bit of a different story. New may have paid the price with his life, but it isn't the case. And another kill potentially about to go out there. Oh, he does potentially live. But it isn't to be the case. Greymane dropping as well. And they're not content with that. They want more. Oh, dearie me. Micro Gods using the micro because they are gods. They are hungry for blood. And the amount of value they've got from this curse is insurmountable, really. Level 13 to level 11. They do have the talent advantage now. And I'm curious to see what they do with this. They are leading a bit of a chase towards this top-hand side boss. I like this play a lot. They know they have an advantage. They know they have a talent up. They can press what they need to do. Vikrak's slightly low on mana, but he's not going to be too concerned. He just needs to be able to get the charge off, if that. Lamb to the Slaughter will be available in 10 seconds. 14 seconds on Ring of Frost. And here we go. Look at this. Onyx eSports looking to set up position. There goes the Abathur clone. Evolution on towards the Butcher. The boss has dropped down to a third life total. It's getting dangerously low. New. I don't believe he actually has Mosh Pit up. Not for another 40 seconds. Oh, very late. Last minute Divine Shield. That might not be what they need. Oh, the Ring of Frost connecting on 3 people. Disintegrate doing absolutely nothing, but it comes out nonetheless. A 1 trade kill for the boys from Onyx eSports, and the boss reset amongst all of that. And dearie me. Not an ideal situation from those guys there, but once again I say you have Abathur pushing these lanes. Doesn't matter what really happens, they always have the XP soak going on against them. And there we go, cheap shot picked up there by Butcher. Really abusing the mechanic that comes out of Jaina. Here we go. It looks to be, there we go, Micro Gods is fiending the bosses. They wanted another boss. They'd started that one. Had already taken a quarter of its life away. Onyx had clocked onto their number and thought, hey, we're not going to let you take that. We know what you guys are up to. We're on equal footing now. You can't scare us with your little games. And they're going to push back these lanes. Abathur rotates to the top lane, now playing back and forth, push the lane. And we look at these. There we go. The charge on towards Sonya. The Malfury and Trank just not going to be enough. The actual Lantern sort of connects with Moxie as well. Oh, there goes the Ice Block. The one-man mosh pit straight on towards Leming. And the charge just says, you are gone, my friend. Delphia running away. The tank, the most healthy one, ironically enough, he's running for his life now. He may actually survive. He is a beefy target. And Greyman also running through the bot hand side of the map to regroup with the other surviving member. Nightcamp pushing on through. They may decide now to go for the boss. As they have gone for the Nightcamp now. Respawn timers are pretty low at this stage. Only Li Ming about to respawn now. But the safe play really would be to pick up the tribute, rotate down to the bot hand side because top lane is already pushing. They need to send at least one person to that. They've already got people clearing this night camp. I would say the shot calling really should be, as soon as they see one person go to that top hand side, boss. Boss. Godzilla seems to be mind reading me, if you will, because that's how videos work. You can talk to the past, and they're jumping straight on towards this boss. I love it. They might actually be able to get to pick this one up for free this time. It's dropping so quick. Onyx eSports reacting far too late, and they're even unsure about picking up their own golems. As a result, they have now started their own boss in this top hand side. Whether or not Micro Gods respond to this is to be seen. They are actually deciding to go through this bot hand side. They go for the watch point, and this could be really risky stuff right now. They could catch members off. They've scared them off the boss as well, so oh no, Onyx eSports are going to get punished so heavily as a result. Elo getting tugged away. This could be a mosh pit on towards 2. He held it for so long. Can't you got to blink away? There goes the Disintegrate. But Disintegrate is what happened to Malfurion as the root connects as well. And well, level 17 to 14 now. The game is really falling away from them. Boss is pushing the bot hand side. Curse once again is favourable on their side of the map. And they're going to pick up these golems to complement this push on the bot hand side. They may try to use the numbers advantage to go for a keep here. And I'd love to see Abathur be nice and cheeky and actually go for this cap on the tribute. Oh, big mosh! Goes on to 1, goes on to 2 actually. Divine Shield connects as well. The Ring of Frost goes as well. And so much damage. Caught with your pants down. That's Curtains. But Butcher actually in that entire engagement did die. Physics is going to have to pretend to be the Butcher in this situation, and that keep is dropping so quickly. Unfortunately, Tranquility doesn't heal up the keep, but it's a nice try regardless. There we go, Muradin, another casualty of this fight. They are still rather healthy, and they may decide to keep pushing on through. They've got golems pushing this bot hand side. They're going to rotate through to this mid keep now, and there's not a lot Greyman can really do without having to commit. If he jumps into that, he is going to die with the amount of CC that those 3 possess. Leeming going to try and work some magic here with those missiles, but Disintegrate used as merely a deterrence. And Elo really wants to show people what's up. He chucks up the Alexa. There goes the grapple. There goes the orb. So much damage. The ulti does come out now. Oh, there goes New with a lovely power slide to deny anyone chasing onto Jetty, and Jetty's going to run away for his life as he does escape. But it was a nice little play. I like the hopscotch that did come out of that Greymane, but it just wasn't enough to secure a finishing blow. As we look at this damage, 40,000 damage coming out of Jaina, 9k above what Greymane is pumping out, but you can really see the damage is so ridiculous. When you'd usually think that a Li Ming would be the top one. There we go, New going so dangerously low. He actually went for the keep. The keep actually hasn't dropped. There goes the Divine Shield now. The Land to the Slaughter. The Ring of Frost onto 1. Sonya going to drop instantly. Bam! And the dirt is gone, but the keep now does drop. Abathur's pushing the bot hand side. And can't you being a little bit cheeky, but not cheeky enough. Once again, story of the game. Micro Gods are in a very nice position to pick this curse up. The Disintegrate on that 20-second cooldown, so abusable, gets chucked out to basically just stop them. gives them time to sort of figure out what they want their strategy to be, but such a huge bait! The ult, double mosh pit, triple mosh pit actually on Muradin as well. The clone onto Butcher, chases and almost solos the Li Ming. Oh, everyone's dead. Everyone is dead except Li Ming. She's going to blink away, and even that's not going to be enough because New is chasing. You can't milk those. The Horn is keen. The Grapple is keen. And the Abafa Hat is keen too. But this is Curtains for sure. Level 20, level 16. Lamb to the slaughter in a very nice position. Takes out Sonya. And Can't New still evading the clean 5-man ace. Does get behind the protection of that fountain, and GG. GG is the sound of this one as Micro Gods win game 1 of these scrims.